All right, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Yeah, let's go! All right, here we go. Week 4. You see my shirt? Spectator behavior, subscribe. All right. College football fix, week 4. So, before we begin the show,
I want to have you close your eyes and think of a fun college football trip you want to go on. I'll give you some time to think about it. Now. Okay, well, if you couldn't think of anything, that's why I'm here to help. If you can go on any of these trips and enjoy some of these possibilities, that would be awesome. That's what I hope. That is my hope, that you could go on some of these trips and enjoy, have some great memories to go along with your trips. So many people might say, why would you rather watch the game, someplace instead of just watching it at the convenience of your own apartment? Trust me, that's great. I really like to watch games at the apartment or house or man cave and, just relax and, be lazy sometimes. But trust me, gets very old very quick. All 14 weeks to just sit inside watching the game and just sitting there for, the whole day, every single Saturday. Trust me, I love to do it. Some Saturdays, it's a lot of fun. But not every single Saturday. You got to get out there and enjoy the football games. You got to enjoy it. You got to, take in the experiences of the game. I have to say, some of the greatest times have just been, going to games. That's where the fun's at. I mean, somebody asks you, oh, did you go to that game? Nah, I was watching it. I watched on the big screen. Well, yeah, you and, millions of other people, it's fun to watch some, at the convenience of your apartment or, at your house, but you got to get out there, go to some of the games, make the experiences, all right? So, with that being said, we have some more combination trips this week that cover, for week 4, September 19th through the 21st. A few of these trips include baseball as well, since this is one of the last weeks for MLB regular season, and some of the MLB games complement the college games very nicely, so I'm going to include some of those in the trips. As I've mentioned before, I'm going to provide value at these trips, so let's get to the trips. I'm going to start by saying, as of now, week 4 only has one Thursday night game, and it's Houston at Tulane. It's a shame because there's not many games near Tulane for week 4. It doesn't really set up the combination trips very well for consecutive nights of going to trips and games. So LSU is on the road at Vanderbilt, go Doors, and Southern Miss is on the road at Bama, Roll Tide. Also, Louisiana Tech is 5.5 hours away, which is not good for the trip combination.
Now, you could factor this into an ambitious trip, and honestly, you would probably need to have some affiliation or interest with these teams to go on it.
But you could go from Tulane, Houston to Louisiana Monroe, drive 5.5 hours, and go to that Louisiana Tech game. Then you could either pick San Jose State at Arkansas, which is about a 5-hour, 45-minute drive. Or you could go to the Wyoming at Tulsa game, which is about a 6.5-hour drive. Or you could go to the SMU at TCU game, which is about 4 hours and 30 minutes away. So if you were from out of town and want to do a fun road trip while watching your team, this is a possibility, but one that involves a lot of driving, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so another 2-game combination trip starts Friday, Utah at USC, The game time is still to be determined. Then Saturday, you could go to Utah State at San Diego State, Saturday at 9:30 p.m. Also, an added bonus for this trip is that the Padres are in town and they're playing the Arizona Diamondbacks, so you can incorporate that into the trip. Now, if you just wanted to stay in LA, since UCLA is out of town that week, you could go to the Dodgers-Rockies game Saturday night. And then the Chargers-Texans game Sunday afternoon. Or you could just do 2 of the 3. The choice is up to you. So, the next trip possibility is a 2-game Saturday trip. SMU at TCU. Game time is still to be determined. So if it's an 11 a.m. game, you could go to that, and then the University Texas San Antonio at North Texas game, which is at 7:30 p.m. I think the possibility that the SMU-TCU game being early afternoon is slim, but it is a possibility. And unfortunately, the Texas Rangers are out of town, so the possibility for a next-day baseball game on top of this is not going to be happening. Now, stay in the state of Texas. Another possibility is Georgia State at Texas State, then drive to the Oklahoma State at Texas game, or vice versa, depending on game times. However, they have not released the game times for either game, so there's no way to know for sure if you could go to both of these games, but it's a possibility, so keep that in mind. They're only about 35 minutes apart also. Another possibility for Saturday's trip is Central Michigan at Miami. Then drive 45 minutes to the Wagner at FAU game, which is at 6 p.m. We don't know the Miami game time yet, so the possibility to go to both games depends on the Miami game if it's an early afternoon. So the Marlins are in town. You could either go to the game Friday night or Sunday afternoon. The last 2-game Saturday trip combination is App State at UNC, and then you could drive 30 minutes to Ball State at NC State game. I'm from Chapel Hill, so I've been to many games there. So I hope you enjoyed this trip combination week 4 and found this helpful. Comment below and like this video if you like this and found it fun and interesting. Now, if you have a multiple game trip that you've been on, just comment below. All right, see y'all next Tuesday.